We had our team building last March 21 to 22 at Chateau Royal, Nasugbo, Batangas. The theme of our activity was the Amazing Race. The entire leadership team was divided into 4 teams. Each team was to ride their assigned bus going to the venue. We were not informed where will we be going. Instead, we were given clue cards which indicates the pit stop or the challenges we need to complete for us to get to the venue. The first challenge is for us to stop over at any gasoline station along South Luzon Expressway and collect 5,000 worth of receipts. Our team assigned each member where to look for receipts. One group attempted to withdraw from the ATM machine, but unfortunately, it was offline. Others checked the trash bins. We were the first group to complete the task, and this proved our coordination and teamwork. Second task was to find Jollibee Tagaytay branch and to look for a store manager assigned. We were tasked to take a group photo in front of the store showing the Jollibee logo. We are to show our digital camera to the manager with the picture proving that our members in the team are present in the photo. Anticipating potential delay, while we are on the way, our leader gathered our company IDs in case the store manager asked for proof that we are legitimate JWS employees. We were the leading team during the first 2 challenges. Our team arrived first at the 3rd pit stop. The clue card says that we are to hand out GC to Aling Nene and to peel 3 pineapples. However, we have missed to read fully the instructions. We went off the bus, gave the GC, and went back again to the bus. Our facilitator said we have to go back to the store and complete the activity. When we went back, another team arrived and we have to wait for them to finish. Because of this, we thought we will be finishing second in the race. We tried to finish as soon as possible and organize ourselves so we can still try to catch up. This was the last challenge in the morning. After this, we were asked to go to the site. Surprisingly, the team who overtook us at the last pit stop got lost, and so we were still the first team to arrive. We were able to accomplish all this because we strategized at the beginning of the race. We delegated tasks so that everyone can contribute, and we work as a team. Apparently, there were more challenges in store for us. We thought we will be competing with the rest of the teams during the Amazing Race. However, as the activities went by, there were more valuable lessons to be learned.
Of all the activities we've undergone last leadership team building, the most that strikes me is the House of Janus. In that activity, we were given 4 choices of emotions which represents the corners of the house. Each leader has to select one among the 4 emotions which best describe the leader's feeling at the moment. The choices are optimistic, confused, hopeful, and anxious. It is amazing to learn that leaders may have different perspectives and may have different levels of strengths and or weaknesses. As each leader explains, some tends to be emotional because there are times that dedication is being tested through sacrifices. And yes, it is more difficult if the sacrifices that we are making is at the expense of our loved ones. This dedication is one of our strengths, and we should capitalize on it to be able to innovate and find new ways to improve. In this way, our processes will be much simpler and effective, which eventually benefits the company as well as us, the employees, and of course our loved ones. I've chosen the optimistic corner because I am sure that JWS will continuously evolve the way we envision it, and we will be able to achieve our goals in the very near future. So long as we work as one team, one JWS, we surely become the best shared services ever.
The water game. We have 2 floaters, 2 divers, and receivers, with the objective to get more floating balls and sunken gems. On its entirety, it was a fun, exciting, surprising, breathtaking, and a learning game. There were difficulties and challenges that the team and I personally have experienced in doing. To name a few, may hindi marunong lumangoy or sumisid, hindi pa masyadong alam yung lugar, lalo na yung lalim ng pool. But relating it to the real world of JWS, plus the learnings that we have, competencies must match with objective on hand. We must be equipped. Kung wala pa sa atin ang kakayanan, kailangan ng suportahan. But still, we can do it best if we have the competencies. Next, dapat alam kung anong lugar ang paglalabanan. Know the terrain and its characteristics. Kasi nga po sabi sa amin, 5 feet lang daw yung lalim ng pool. Pero nasa pool na kami ni Mambeng, patalon-talon ako sumigaw ng Mambeng, hindi na ito 5 feet. Nakainom na nga ako ng tubig. But the event showed that there's always a mate in teammate that is ready to help me. In that case, Mambeng pulled me to the side para makakapit. A team is not an individual, but a group of individuals with a common goal. Another learning is that we must not be stopped by challenges. Rather, be creative and improvise with it, tulad ng ginawa namin sa floating ball sa gitna ng pool. Sabi nga, ang problema ay dadaan lang sa tapat ng bahay, hindi mamamahay. Minsan kasi, sa tingin lang natin ang problema. Change perspective and change attitude tayo. Lahat ng mabibigat kaya, huwag lang mawawala ang value of spirit of family and fun.
The rock climbing activity during the JWS leadership team building really challenged me and I learned a lot. It was my first time to climb a rock and I did not expect to get on top and finish the activity. It's very hard to do it. It requires a lot of courage and strength. I almost quit, but if you are there leading a group, thinking that all your members believe in you, depended from you, you will get inspired and do everything that you can. That's why I did not give up, but was motivated instead. Again, through determination, self-confidence, professionalism, and teamwork, I reached the summit. Rock climbing activity as related to work, the biggest challenge that we have now, SAP implementation, a system that is entirely new to us. It is the same as a high mountain that we want to reach. Let's embrace the change and apply what we learned in the past to surpass this challenge. As an employee, we can help attain our goal by continuously giving our best in all our deliverables. Let us work as one team. With the full support of the Executive Committee and JWS leadership team, I am positive for the success of all our endeavors.
Nagtatanong pa lang yung team namin kung sino yung mga representatives sa bawat challenges. Sabi namin ni Ma'am Marcy, saan tayo sasali? Kasi hindi naman tayo marunong lumangoy at hindi rin naman kaya umakyat sa mataas. Very willing kami ni Ma'am Marcy sa mag-contribute sa team, kaya sabi namin, sa relay na lang kami sasali kahit hindi kami physically athletic. Akala namin yung simpleng relay na takbuhan tapos may mga gulong na dadaanan. Pero nung andun na kami, nalaman namin na naka-blindfold pala habang ginagawa yung relay. Nagkatinginan na lang kami ni Ma'am Marcy. Pero sabi namin, kaya namin to. So sa relay na yon, marami kaming natutunan. First is determination. Kailangan willing ka talaga gawin ang isang bagay. Second is trust in yourself that you can do it. And trust in your partner that she will guide you right. Doing something out of sight is very difficult, kaya dapat nandun yung tiwala nyo talaga sa isa't isa. Third is how to direct, listen, and follow. Maganda kasi yung game dahil may experience nyo pareho kung ano ang feeling na ikaw ang nagbibigay ng direction, and then afterwards, ikaw naman yung naka-blindfold na tatanggap ng direction. If I will relate it to work, if ikaw naka-blindfold, napakahirap talagang gumawa o kumilos pag walang taong nag-guide sa'yo. Akala mo tama pa yung ginagawa mo, yun pala nasa maling direction ka na. And if you are one giving directions, make sure it is clear and right. And lastly, napakasarap ng feeling if you participate and contribute something for the team.
The last activity was the marble game. Each team was given 4 marbles which we must roll using a small piece of paper and drop it at a water container located at the end of the room. The goal seemed impossible to achieve because it is too far and we have inadequate number of members. We are also not to touch the marble, which made it more challenging. We had to try several times, but the marble kept on falling even before we reached the finish line. It was only then we realized that the entire group share a common goal, which is to put the marble at the container at the end of the room. Immediately, all 4 teams merge and fall into one. We were able to create a longer line which is closer to the end of the room. We realized that there were no restrictions in the instructions. As one JWS team, we were able to put all 16 marbles in the container. At first, we find it hard to do the activity because of the limited resources that we have in our group. The goal seemed impossible to achieve because it is too far and we have inadequate number of members to achieve and reach our goal. I cannot remember how many times our marble fell. Only then we realized that the entire group shared a common goal, so why not do it all together? There is no rule that says that we cannot all work together, and now that we have all the resources that we need, we are able to make it through. I gained a lot of realizations. First, if we are united, nothing is too far for or impossible. When groups work against each other, nobody succeeded. But when the group started working together, we all ended up being victorious. And in JWS, we are composed of different groups with different functions. We are like organs of the body. We may do different functions, but we share the common goal, which is to keep the body alive and functioning well. If one part malfunctions, then the whole body is affected. So it's really important for us to work together so that no one will be left behind and everyone will reach the place where we all wanted to be. Second is to set a goal and stick to that goal. Being united is useless and impossible if we have different goals. In the game, we all want to put the marble in the bottle. So we all work hand in hand to bring the marble to the direction we all want it to go. And if just one loses track, then we all need to go back to square one. In JWS, our goal is to go for excellence at all times. And we all need to stick to that goal. Every move that we make should bring the company closer to our goal. And if we have this mentality, nothing can go wrong because everyone will do their best to keep the company on track. And at the end of the day, the company's success is our success. 6 years shortly came and passed, and with this very little amount of time, we already accomplished a lot, including our soon-to-be migration in SAP, which I consider one of our major challenge. What is the 6 years compared to the decades and centuries that are awaiting ahead of us? I'm sure that we will be able to improve a lot and develop a lot as time goes by, and we should never stop improving and getting to the next level. We only have our journey where we put our efforts and sacrifices on. At the end of the day, it's not really the destination that matters, but your journey on how you got there. And like what we learned in the activity, we should eliminate the walls that divide us into groups and work together to go beyond our limits. Because in JWS, we will take you further.